Hello, children. So, once again, we are back, and this time I have come up with 1.6, The Alchemy of Nature. I hope you all are revising with the other videos which I have already posted, because with this, we are ending our Unit 1. So, I need you all to revise all the warming up and all the exercise given in your textbooks too. Please solve each of them in the common notebook which you have made and keep it ready. So, alchemy, first of all, what does this term mean to you? Alchemy means the chemistry of nature. But here in this lesson, your writer had made use of the word alchemy to show the magic of nature. So, of course, I will be there to explain you, Mrs. Rachna Chakravarti. So, let us continue with our explanation. To start with, let us know something about our author. So our author is an Indian writer, Raksha Bharadia. She is an Indian writer and an editor and also a receiver of several awards. She has translated many books and given us many science fictional books too. So let us come quickly to know about the introduction. Now, children, when you open your chapter, page number 38, you can see in the beginning in pink lines it is written the poem, the famous poem written by William Blake, to see world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. Actually, your writer was very much influenced by these words, and she goes on to explain the chapter which will be there where she discovers the magic which nature has in store. So let us go quickly to the glossary and the meanings in the next slide. So there are some meanings which I want you all to know. I know your textbooks are open and you have ample of meanings given in your textbook too. So alchemy originally means chemistry, but here it means the magic of nature, conviction, strong belief, lugging, pulling with great difficulty, colossal, huge, wilting, drying and drooping, awe, great wonder. So these are some of the meanings. Now let us start with the lesson Alchemy of Nature. So the lesson starts like this, that there is nature, greenery everywhere. The green tells us many things. The rays of the sun, the moon, there is an imagination and significance to the world. One can witness this small beauty as we can see the nature, the sun, only if we have the time with us. Experience the beauty, how the iron becomes gold, and what the poet has written in this few lines. I already told you in the previous slide, I read it out to you. And this thoughts, when it comes to us, we get idea which makes endless time into an hour. Something as tiny as a grain of sand can spark off an idea or an imagination of a huge significance to the world. One can witness and experience the beauty of heaven in a small wild flower and derive the joy forever. Only one should have the eyes and the time to see it, which we don't have nowadays. Infinity is endless space, but in our small palm, can we not hold the destiny of earth through our efforts? We can do several efforts. Eternity is the endless time, but just an hour. If we can just give an hour, our life can make a difference to the world forever. Great deeds can surpass the limits of time and space, and they will never die. This we have infinite resources in us, but only we should have the time to stand and think. We instinctively turn to the outdoor activities and nature as a way of relaxing, which your writer Raksha Bharadia does. She comes to the nature for relaxing and enhancing our well being. Nature soothes, nature's nature fulfills and motivates, nature whispers, nature commands. Only we have to listen. She asks us, are you all listening to the nature? When your writer does that, when she tries to listen what nature is talking to her, she is left in complete awe. Children, I already gave you the meaning of awe means great wonder and amazement. So, what does she do? She just sits and starts talking and getting inspiration from the nature. We need to spend some time and understand the nature. There is nature around our house, everywhere in our garden. We have a hibiscus plant in our garden. Every fortnight, a flower blooms on it, big, bright, and tender. Through the day, it smiles with the sun and dances with the wind. But as evening approaches, it starts wilting. Wilting means drying and drooping. The morning after, it withers completely, and by evening, it falls and becomes one with the earth again. The flower comes to life only for a day, and yet so full of splendor and magnificence. What if we too lived our life, however short, to our fullest? We should try to live like the hibiscus flower. Now, when she goes to the rocky beach and saw the spread of the majestic ocean, the rocks alongside, carved and sculpted and shaped by the water. Water is so gentle, rock so hard, yet as the water flows over it every day, for years the rocks gives in. It gives up, just surrenders. It takes the shape that the water commands. Even we, our problems are so colossal and we are so small. Yet, if we persist, we can overcome and we can tame all our problems and move smoothly ahead in our life. Just like the water flows smoothly, breaking all the rocks which had come in its way. So we too can suffice all our problems and flow smoothly in our life. Then, when she sees the small bits of grass peeping through the small cracks in a concrete pavement, she started thinking that however impossible things may look, there is always an opening. So we too in our life, we might have a lot of problems, but whatever it is, there might be some way. Just we need to find it out. Just like the small plants would find out its way, and they are coming out from every niches and corners of the pavement, the buildings, the roads, they start coming out from there. So we too should try to tame our problems and come out very, very fruitful in our life. Then, when she saw a tree bare of all the leaves in the cold winter months, she thought that its chapter was over. The tree was dead. But 3 months passed. Again, the season changed. Spring set in. The tree was back. Once again, its green majesty, full of leaves, flowers, birds, and the tree was full of life. She was excited to see that what if we too had the conviction that however difficult things are right now, it will not remain so forever. Remember, this too shall pass. All the problems in our life will go away. It's just momentary. We should not give up. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, it will all go away. Then she comes and sees from the nature an army of ants lugging to a fly. Lugging means to pull, which was at least 10 times this ant size. The ants organized themselves around the fly, lifted it on its frail feelers, and carried it quite to a distance. Their teamwork and perseverance were impressive. She starts thinking that if ant can teach us this, why can't we? What if we too are consistent, organized, and we become more focused? We too can solve all our problems. We can nail them. Then she sees the spider's webs, which are delicate yet very strong. A rainbow colors the entire sky. Oysters take a grain of sand, they open up with a pearl. Innumerable stars shine across the infinite sky. There are so many beautiful stars which are shining in the sky. Clouds take new shapes with every passing moment. The wind makes the trees dance with unhindered passion. So the wind is making the trees dance. The water, without the hint of ego, changes its form according to the dictates of all the sun and the wind. When we see a caterpillar turn into a butterfly, a flower turn into a fruit, we experience the alchemy of nature. So here comes the magic. We touch it and become gold ourselves. So I hope you all have understood the chapter now. And please do revise. Don't forget to revise the chapter.